Hey YouTube, been a little while since I've done a video. This one's not really a review. What I'm going to do is an unboxing. I already actually opened both of these boxes, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you what I got, what's inside. Any of you who were following my recent reviews, you probably saw that I did a couple on some Xerjoff, however you pronounce it, fragrances. And I ended up pulling the trigger and buying one of them. And so here we go. I mean, this is what came to me. And the cool thing is I actually ordered it directly from Xerjoff. I went on their website. When you go to pay, they like route you through some like Sella.it. I think it's an Italian bank to actually pay, and then you actually make the payment in euros. But kind of cool. So here's the box. I ordered this like 2 or 3 days ago. That's pretty awesome that it came that quickly. I'm sure they've probably got a distributor here in the US to get it to me that quickly. In fact, it looks like it came from California. So this was not shipped to me directly from Italy, which is great because I was a little concerned about this thing coming all the way from Italy and potentially from east to west across the United States and kind of hitting that nasty drought that's going on right now in the Midwest and heating this up a little too much and possibly affecting the scent. But anyway, here's what we got right here, and let's see if we can get this to focus. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to focus with my face right there. I'm going to try and put it right there and see if it'll. There we go. There's that. Don't know that you're going to be able to actually read any of this, but here you go. Oh, boom. There it is right there. Ooh, Uden. I went with Uden, you guys. I was testing out Neo. I was testing out Uden. I actually, got a good wearing out of a sample of Kobe, and it was awesome. I did not like it in a small amount on my arm, but wearing just a full amount, like probably about a half a mil, it was great. It's fantastic stuff. The reason I went with Uden is because, to me, I kind of wanted to try and make this a little bit more of a signature scent over the next little while. And Uden was just a little more up my alley. Sweet, musky, just really nice stuff. And so, yeah, I felt this was going to be a little bit more, I don't know, a little less weird to those around me, even though Kobe is a beautiful scent. Neo's actually a beautiful scent as well. But with how fresh and neroli-like Neo is, to me, it just seemed like it was more for the warmer weather. Whereas Uden seems to me like something you can pretty much pull off any time. I don't know that it's strong enough really to pull off super well in the cold weather. But I'm mostly going to be wearing this, probably in the office. And if I'm wearing this in the office, well, guess what? It's heated during the winter, it's air conditioned during the summer, so I really don't have to worry too much about some of those challenges. So here we go. It's pretty cool. So I got the silk bag presentation. And the reason is because that box costs a ton of extra money, and I really only saw that box as an option with a 50 ml bottle. And if I'm going to try and make this a signature scent, I don't want 50 ml. That's going to run out too quickly. And if you look at my previous video of Uden and also of Neo, I kind of explained to you that if you go to Xerjoff directly, you can actually get a 100 ml bottle of this stuff, which is cool. So let's see what we've got here. Wow, there you go. So once again, the bag. Here's the bag. It's pretty cool. This is a very nice bag, really nice bag. And then here's a bottle. Let's see if we can get this to focus. I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're gonna be able to see it anyway. But here we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And notice Xerjoff just right here around the cap. Wow, that's a cool bottle. Made in Italy at the bottom. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well. There you go, made in Italy. Here's the back. Got just kind of an X on the back, and then let's see if we can get this to focus here. There you go. Anyway, it's a 100 ml bottle of Uden right there. That cap is nice. That is heavy. That's a heavy, nice cap. Now I'm not going to spray this right now. Rest assured, I will be wearing this soon. But there you go. There's Uden. Now that's one of the things that I got. Actually, let me show you a little bit more of what came in this box. Pretty cool. Along with my bottle of Uden, I got a sample of 1861, which is cool. I've been really wanting to try this stuff. I got a sample of Kobe, which is awesome because I have worn. In fact, I purchased 2 samples of this stuff on Lucky Scent. I originally did a sample of Neo and a sample of Uden, and I really liked the scent of Neo better, but I felt Uden was going to be better for a signature scent and more versatile. But then I wore Kobe, you know, after not liking the little sample of it on my arm, and it was awesome. It was great. So then I really had it narrowed down to Uden or Kobe as the bottle that I wanted to get 100 mils of. And I went with the Uden, like I said. It's a little bit more, you know, kind of up my alley as far as, you know, what I like in a scent, sweet, musky. But the Kobe is awesome. This is great stuff, and it's great to have another sample of it. Then, let's see, there are actually, I think, four different ones in here. Here's Modoc. Now, I know there's some reviews of this. I haven't actually watched any of those reviews just yet, so I probably ought to look into this a little bit. I don't even know what the notes are. Dofar, I actually got a sample of this stuff too. If you are a lavender lover, you will like this. I might do a review of this stuff. I'll tell you just really quickly in the short period of time that I wore it yesterday, what you get at the opening is some really nice pine. There's really nice pine at the opening, and I would have to say within 5 or 10 minutes that pine dies down quite a bit and goes away completely, probably within 30 minutes to an hour, and you're left with a really heavy lavender. Now, I'm not a huge lavender fan, but it wasn't bad. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't bad. I need to get a full wearing out of it though to really kind of see how it progresses and what kind of comes into accompany the lavender after you hit that phase. And then, boom, Neo. This is awesome. I love this scent. I really do. So that's what I got from Xerjoff. Once again, just a beautiful box. Is fantastic. The silk bag that it comes in is great. That is a nice, heavy bottle, heavy cap. Woo! And like I said, if you want to just pay about 80 or 90 bucks more than you would for 50 mils at Lucky Scent and get yourself 100 milliliters, go directly through Xerjoff. Took me 2 or 3 days to get this in the mail. Sent it out from California, so that's awesome. And then the other one that I bought, maybe not quite as exciting, but still cool. There's a guy at work that wears this stuff on a regular basis. I would definitely say that this is his signature scent. And once again, just kind of right up my alley as far as sweet, musky, scents are concerned. Just kind of what I lean towards. And there you go. Dolce & Gabbana, the one. I actually ended up purchasing this online from Fragrance X. I usually buy from either Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, or Scented Monkey. And the reason I went with Fragrance X is because, one, it was actually a really good deal. They had emailed me a 10% off coupon on a fragrance, and so I was able to use that. Plus, because of the dollar amount that I was paying, shipping I think was free, and their shipping seems to be better than Fragrance Net. When I order from Fragrance Net, it generally takes longer to get it to me, and I'm a pretty impatient person when I order online. So anyway, there you go. A lot of you have seen this before, box, whatever. A lot of reviews on this stuff out there. And there you go. Let's see if we can get this to focus. Yeah, there you go, Dolce & Gabbana, the one. And this cap looks like wood. A lot of that's heavy. That's a nice, good quality heavy cap. So yeah, it's really nice. And just kind of smelling this on, actually it has really good projection on the guy at work. I have no idea how many sprays he's putting on a daily basis, but when he wears it, I mean, he wore it the other day to work, and as I walked by him, throughout the day, I was able to smell him, easy projecting a foot or two all the way up until, probably a little after noon. And by then, he had probably had the fragrance on for at least 4.5 to 5 hours. That's pretty good. I mean, I've heard some bad things about this as far as longevity and projection are concerned. Well, shoot, if it's projecting for 4 to 5 hours, that's not bad at all. But anyway, that's my unboxing. So, once again, Xerjoff Uden and Dolce & Gabbana, the one. Rate, comment, subscribe. Watch some of my other reviews as well, and appreciate you watching. Thanks so much.